Residing in trees offers animals both food and safety from predators. However, for those that cannot fly, moving around becomes quite challenging. Some creatures navigate using branch pathways, while others take daring leaps, and some need to take the longer route of climbing down and up trees. Yet a special set of animals has found a unique solution to overcome the limitations of flightless living: nature's gliders. These exceptional beings have evolved mechanisms that allow them to glide through the air as if they were flying, even though they lack wings. This adaptation grants them a distinct advantage in their treetop habitat, enabling efficient movement and access to resources. You can run fast, but soaring through the air without engines is a different story. Gliding means moving through the sky gracefully, without using any power. While some birds effortlessly soar for days, mammals find gliding a bit more challenging. Imagine a speedy motorboat and a sleek glider competing for victory. It's quite a spectacle. You might think, that takes some courage. And we agree. When we talk about animals that can fly, bats really know their stuff. They've got this cool skin thing called a patagium that links their fingers to their bodies, creating wings so they can soar through the air. It's like their superpower. Unlike other animals, bats have this special adaptation that makes them stand out. Some mammals have smaller patagia, which makes them look adorable, but they can't fly as well as bats can. So, basically, bats are the champions of flying creatures thanks to their awesome patagium. It's like having a built-in wingsuit that sets them apart from the rest. Flying squirrels are cute and amazing gliders that many people know about. There are about 50 types of them around the world, and 3 of them live in North America. These fascinating creatures are related to tree squirrels and have been around for about 20 million years. Over time, they've become really good at gliding, and they can travel up to 90 meters at a time. What's even more impressive is that flying squirrels currently have the record for the longest glides among animals that live on land, reaching about 200 meters. People love watching these little creatures soar through the air, and it's incredible how they've evolved to be such skilled gliders over millions of years. Flying squirrels are really good at flying because of their tail. The tail helps them steer and stay balanced when they're flying. When they land, they have a special way of doing it. They tilt their bodies up so all 4 legs touch the ground at the same time. This helps them land safely without getting hurt. It's like they spread out the force from landing evenly. This way they don't hurt themselves when they land. So, their tail helps them fly, and their landing technique keeps them safe. That's why flying squirrels are so good at moving around in the air and on the ground. Some animals, like the colugo, are excellent gliders. They have special features, like webbed hands, that help them glide through the air. There are even animals so skilled at gliding that they are simply called gliders. Have you ever watched someone smoke jumping? It might seem easy, the way they gracefully glide down to the ground, but imagine climbing out of a plane and landing in a forest. It's not as simple as it looks. In the lands of Eastern Australia and New Guinea, you can discover a fascinating group of creatures known as gliders. These gliders come in 8 distinct species, each having its own preferred areas in various types of trees and forests. One such enchanting glider is the sugar glider, a petite and nimble creature that gracefully navigates among the branches, earning itself the charming nickname rope dancer. Despite its agility, the sugar glider's ability to glide is somewhat restricted due to its petite patagia. Picture this tiny marvel airborne, resembling a parachuting ballerina floating through the treetops. However, their landings don't always go as planned, as the forces involved during touchdown can create moments of suspense, causing hearts to skip a beat. Gliding isn't just a skill possessed by mammals. One fascinating group of creatures, known as Draco lizards or flying dragons, takes gliding to impressive lengths, covering distances of over 60 meters, despite being smaller than a typical cell phone. These tiny marvels showcase vibrant patagia, specialized membranes for gliding, and an additional skin flap beneath their throats, serving as a stabilizing rudder. These aerial acrobats use their remarkable gliding abilities to stealthily approach and ambush insects residing in nearby trees. Similar to flying squirrels, Dracos utilize their tails for precise steering, enhancing their accuracy in hunting. Beyond their practical utility, the colorful patagia plays a dual role in the natural world, serving as both mating displays and warning signals among Dracos. If one Draco extends its patagium towards another, it's either a gesture of affection or a clear message to vacate the area, a bit of a classic case of mixed signals in the animal kingdom. Adding an element of danger to their lives, Draco lizards have natural predators in the form of Chrysopolia snakes, also known as flying snakes. Flying snakes are unique because, unlike other animals, they don't have any special body parts to help them move between trees. Instead of wings or fins, they use a clever trick. When they want to travel, they jump off a branch and spread their bodies wide by flattening their rib cages. This makes them appear twice as wide as usual. Then, they slither through the air in a wavy snake-like motion, creating something like a flying disc. Although they don't spin like a frisbee, their constant wavy movement helps them glide smoothly. Luckily, these flying snakes are small, measuring about 1 meter in length. They mainly eat small animals, and their venom doesn't seem to be harmful to humans, making them fascinating and relatively harmless creatures. Let's talk about some really strange gliders: flying frogs. These creatures are born in water, but they spend their lives on land. What's unique about them is their ability to glide for long distances. Unlike other frogs, flying frogs have webbed feet that they use not just for swimming but also for gliding through the air. One of the most fascinating types of flying frogs is Wallace's flying frog. These frogs are among the largest of their kind, and their feet are incredibly big, almost like something out of a cartoon. When faced with danger from predators, they don't hesitate to jump from trees and glide away. While they might not be as skilled as some other gliders, they can still cover distances of up to 50 meters. Imagine being in the jungles of Indonesia and suddenly having a parachuting frog land on your head. It could definitely leave you with more than just a surprise, maybe even a concussion. Let's take a trip to the ocean and discover some extraordinary creatures. Flying fish. These remarkable beings have been soaring through the seas long before dinosaurs strolled on Earth, and today we can find about 60 different species of them. Although they aren't closely related to the earliest flying fish, they share two key features that make their airborne adventures possible. Flying fish are fascinating creatures with some cool tricks to up their fins. Firstly, they have strong spines that help them stay stiff and steady when they're flying through the air. Imagine having a built-in support system to keep you straight and true. Now, let's talk about their special wings. Well, not exactly wings, but their pectoral fins do the job. These fins are like magical wings that let them glide through the air with grace and style. It's like they're dancing in the sky. But how do they do it? Picture this. A flying fish takes a running start in the water, and then, whoosh, it leaps out, spreading its pectoral fins wide open. This move is like their secret weapon. It creates a lift, like how an airplane takes off, and off they go, soaring through the air. These fantastic fish can glide for more than 50 meters. That's longer than an Olympic swimming pool. Under the perfect conditions, these oceanic acrobats can go even further, hundreds of meters. They can reach heights higher than 6 meters above the water. And get this, they can stay airborne for more than 40 seconds. It's like they've mastered the art of flying without wings. Why do they do this amazing aerial show? Well, it's all about survival. Flying fish use their airborne abilities to escape from hungry predators lurking in the water below. It's a clever strategy, like a superhero making a quick getaway. What do you want me to talk about in my next video? Share your ideas in the comments and don't forget to subscribe if you want more content. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.